These are crimes. Illegal immigration is a crime. DEI is a crime.
DEI is a crime? Dude, I think this guy watermelon. I do. I think he takes large fruit and he fucking sticks his dick in them and just humps that shit, bro. Look at him, dude. He looks like a watermelon fucker, doesn't he? Dude, I can spot him from a mile away, bro. Oh, Lord. DEI is a crime. It's like, yo, homie, is DEI in the room with you there, buddy? What a fucking weirdo. But yeah, so this is what Elon is doing with his days now. He is just spreading misinformation. This is what they boil it down to. When you're finding fraud and somebody yells stop, that's who's doing the fraud. But like, dude, nobody's finding the fraud. I mean, if somebody comes into my house and fucking roots through my money drawer, and I'm like, get the hell out of my money drawer. They're like, oh, there's fraud in here, and you're telling me to stop taking all your money. So therefore, you're the one doing the fraud. This mentality is a fourth grader's reasoning. Jesus, bro. There's an article in Wired right here. They're covering all this. But I thought this was really interesting, right? Because this guy says, what exactly is Wired's purpose in publishing this article? It includes the names and personal details of the young men in question. What is intended to be achieved? In what sense is this in the public interest? And like, is this guy fucking brain dead? Like, I don't understand. Because this guy said, if a bunch of 19-year-old groyper jagoffs are dicking around with classified info and Treasury Department computer systems at Elon's behest, then the public should know everything there is to know about them. Like, of course they are. There's a group of 20-year-olds that are plugging into government mainframes and senators are not allowed in the building. Like, yeah, I want to know every fucking detail about their life. I want to know what they ate for fucking breakfast. And I want to cancel every one of those motherfuckers. Like, what are they doing there? Nobody hired them to start offloading the government data or to install programs on government computers to try and figure out who's woke. What the fuck are we talking about here? Nobody voted for these guys. Dude, Trump didn't even get a majority of the votes, bro. So 𝗏𝗏, a former SpaceX intern, was given access to the Energy Department's IT system. So you have some random kid who is going in and able to hack into the IT system of the U.S. Department of Energy. This guy hasn't had an extensive security clearance and background check. This guy's not a government employee. This guy is not somebody that was hired by anybody at any level of the government. He's a 23-year-old former intern that, because Elon Musk paid, $280 million to get Trump elected, now he gets to just pick whomever he wants off the street and throw him in there. He was granted access to basic IT, including email and Microsoft 365. Now, why do they want email and Microsoft 365? Because again, they're going into every agency and they are trying to root out who's woke. This is like a witch hunt for woke. That's what they're after. They want to look through people's documents. They want to look through people's emails. They want to look through their chat logs. And they want to know who is talking about woke shit. This is part of the woke cleansing, part of their ethnic cleansing of woke Americans. Project 2025, fill the government with Christian nationalists. There are also plans to install a different SpaceX network security engineer as Department of Energy's new chief information officer, the people told CNN. He is taking SpaceX people and putting them into government agencies. So now you have to remember that SpaceX is a government contractor. Elon Musk is a paid contractor of the government. And now he's like fusing his company with the government. That's wild that a private citizen is able to just, connect his company with the U.S. government and have them overlap to pretty soon the distinction between SpaceX and the U.S. government, there isn't going to be any. Our U.S. government's going to be Elon. Dude, this shit is whacked out, bro. There's a veil of secrecy over these guys, And nobody in government at any level of the government knows what these guys are doing. It's like a secret, like underground op that is being run inside our government agencies by an unelected official. And so these guys are getting unfettered access to this shit. He earned a fellowship from a foundation tied to Peter Thiel. All of this shit goes back to Silicon Valley. A key Doge staff member who gained access to the Treasury Department's central payment systems resigned Thursday after he's linked to a deleted social media account that advocated racism and eugenics. It was 𝗪𝗏, 25-year-old who's part of Elon Musk's lieutenants, they're calling him, deployed by Doge to scrutinize federal spending, resigned after the Wall Street Journal asked the White House about his connection to the account. And the account had said, just for the record, I was racist before it was cool. This is what these people are like, guys. This is what we're dealing with. He was racist before it was cool. And that's really, this kind of like ties into one of my core issues with what's going on right now, just socially with the influx of Trumpism now, is this idea that racism is cool. That, you know, you have government officials using slurs. Everybody thinks it's cool. They're getting away with it. Elon owns a social media network that allows it. They're trying to like undo the social progress of having enough respect for our fellow human beings to not use slurs against them, but they're trying to bring it back. He also said you could not pay me to marry outside my ethnicity and normalize Indian hate, which was in reference to all the people from India that are throughout Silicon Valley. There's a lot of programmers and stuff that are from India, and a lot of that is via those H-1B visas that were such a trigger point earlier, and the reason why Vivek Ramaswamy got booted. But this is the Gavin Krieger guy, another one, archived tweets from him, and he is, you know, retweeting Nick Fuentes. Dude, this stuff is so gross, man. These guys, white supremacists. I mean, we know this, you know, everybody who voted Trump was fucking denying this, but we know this. The head of the Department of Defense, Pete Hegseth, has a massive Christian nationalist white power tattoo on his fucking chest. He's affiliated with the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers. We, right now, with Stephen Miller and his little rant about DEI, at every level of the U.S. government right now, we are being run by white supremacists. It's like the KKK have essentially taken over the house. That's where we're at, guys. It's not going to be an easy path back here. Like, our government is just filled with white supremacists now. So that's 𝗪𝗏. We already got him. We've seen all that. And they're resigning. And I guess this is another one of his screenshots. Don't forget Optimus. He's not perfect, but I would take an Elon monarchy over the current regime anytime. That's interesting, but we're starting to see that these guys have been planning this for a while. The purchase of Twitter was exclusively about this government takeover. And now the thing that I guess that freaks me out about this is I'm not sure how we undo this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what our way back from this is. Because one of the things you may have realized, and I've certainly realized, you know, you see the images of, you know, Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell. They're like 90 years old. The average age of the Senate is 65. So the average age of our governing bodies are people that are too old to understand AI infiltration of computer systems. So if we somehow make it through the end of the tunnel, 2026, we take back the House, 2028, despite all the voter suppression and all the nonsense they try to pull, we win the presidency and we've eliminated Trumpism from the federal government, there's going to be a deeply embedded stain in our government. We don't know what type of AI coding shit they're putting into the computer systems. We don't know if there's backdoor access to governmental systems. We have no idea what it's going to look like in 4 years. And the thing that I guess I worry about is I don't feel like our elected representatives are aware enough of modern technology to know how to combat that. It's kind of like, you know, you get a virus on your computer and then you go and ask your grandpa to try and fix your computer virus. How's that going to work out for you? Hey, grandpa, I got a computer virus. You want to take a look at this for me? Our current crop of legislators, like, they are not going to be able to undo this. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.